Hello, Internet. We took a 5-minute break. We had some Chinese. We gave our new friend, who definitely didn't become our friend because Stockholm syndrome, half the Chinese food, M&M. And we decided we were going to watch through the entirety of Data Live and eventually let's play the visual novel. So,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
On that note, yeah, they actually shared some food with me, and I'm very happy because that was like the only real food that I've eaten past month. And also, Alex kissed me last night, and that removed all vestiges of agency from me. So now I'm just completely a slave. All my powers that I had, the amazing superpowers that I totally had, are gone now. So yeah, let's talk about Data Life.
yeah. I feel like we need to put like a disclaimer. This is all fictional. Right after you say that.
Oh, don't worry, that's.
Let's be fair. There are really dumb people on the internet. I feel like I need to do that.
Yeah, give them fuel.
Yeah, no, but
Give
like
them something to write fanfiction about.
But anyway, back to character.
I think we're not going castle because remember Eminem is white, so it doesn't matter. He's a slave.
That's true. That's true.
I can't wait for our conservatives to find this channel and be like, "You see, we were right about the cultural Marxist."
Yeah.
Proving them right one episode at a time.
Menacingly cultural Marxist podcast.
That's gonna be the episode title now. Proving the. All right then. Okay, so let's start with the.
So anyway, we got a bit further in the show than you, Eminem. You got distracted by the good taste of food. So let's talk up to the hot spring episode. So I think the most I watched this show with both Titan and Eminem, and I think the most apparent thing is that this show is really good and really funny in the dub, and makes you want to kill yourself in the sub.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can definitely say that I wanted to kill myself multiple times during watching the sub. But credit where it's due, unlike Healer, this one I actually did watch. I didn't enjoy it. I wanted to kill myself, but I was able to watch it. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
Me and Titan highly enjoyed the dub. If anybody at home is gonna watch this, dear God, watch the dub.
Yeah, that's actually why we gave Eminem the food, because the difference on the sub and the dub is so bad that's why I gave him some food. Like,
We feel bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
You
I
guys are
think,
good people.
he's gonna have to keep watching the sub just to be fair. But like, yes, we did we did give you some food.
Oh
for the
God,
sub.
I just realized at some point the three of us actually have to do a let's play the entirety of all 4 games.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So Data Live. Would you, Titan or Alex, mind explaining to the fine folks the premise behind Data Live? What is this about?
As the expert,
Data
I
Live
think
audience-
as the expert, I
is
think
about-
Alex should talk about it first.
So Daylog can best be described as a harem show where he has to seduce a girl of the week, or else she'll turn into a fucking nuclear bomb, literally, and blow up Japan. Oh, also, if they ever stop loving him, they'll also blow up again.
Yeah.
I feel more details.
All the girls are named after nuclear weapons. Fun fact. There is the
Wait, what? Is that
Yeah.
wrong?
Personal favorite is the Tsar-chan.
yeah. My personal favorite is the big boy. She's a girl still, but
Ah,
she's
yeah,
just called the big
the
boy.
Big Boy Chan is also really good.
Yeah.
Oh God, some people are gonna listen to this.
She's the tomboy of the group.
Yeah. Yeah. She works at Hooters.
Okay, but I feel like we should maybe actually talk about the real show.
Yeah. Let's talk about the years.
What are you talking about? We're talking whatever we're talking about is much better than what we actually watched. So
in the sub,
you know,
but we're in the
thank
dub.
us later.
Honestly, Eminem, that's why I gave you some food, because the dub is so much better. Like, it's so much funny.
It's so good. The dub is so good. And I think the interesting thing we should actually talk about seriously is how much of a difference tone makes in the delivery of the exact same lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, the dub, I would say, easily got to laugh at least 5 times an episode. Would you agree? At minimum?
Oh, I absolutely agree. The big problem with the sub is that, yeah, like we sort of outlined here, it takes itself very weirdly seriously. Like it will pivot into being this serious drama about, I don't know, love and relationships and stopping nuclear warfare or whatever. Just like, but at the end of the day, it's a silly show about a guy who collects a harem of alien girls. That's what it is. But it takes itself very weirdly seriously.
And
So
like the
like it's
serious
not
moments
possible to take it
really
as a
work in the
comedy.
dub because they're hilarious. Because the joke is the fucking tonal whiplash.
Yeah.
Right. But that's the thing.
Like
Maybe
you can see the
maybe
joke
it is
like
all in
going
the
from
voice acting.
to like Saving Private Ryan out of nowhere and back and forth. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the I know we're jumping ahead, but let's get to the Hot Springs episode, because that one really is a sticking point here. Throughout the whole episode, it in the sub, of course, it managed to evoke a single chuckle out of me. A single chuckle. That's what it managed to do. And I hear that in the dub, it's actually really funny. And the thing is, as I watched it in the sub, I could see the places where it would be really funny. But it just wasn't. It just wasn't, because there's this fucking serious music, and the SAT, the wizard girls, the strike witches of the show, are all very serious about everything. So it doesn't come off as a comedy. It comes off as just gratuitous and weird and too serious for itself.
But in the dub, it's all the same lines of dialogue. It's just delivered in a way that clues you in that this is supposed to be a farce.
Yeah. Like
Like
I think the best
this
way.
story is a story that really has weird implications if you think about it too hard, which lots of comedies do. Let's be fair. Lots of comedies are really disturbing if you think about them. Would you agree with this, Eminem?
Um, I think in principle I would agree, but I would like to hear some examples.
In Groundhog Day.
Sorry,
Like
what?
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Basically, just watch the channel pitch meeting to see this an example.
Yeah, that's yeah, Ryan George. Yeah. Like,
Okay, maybe I'll be
if you
more
think,
specific.
yeah,
Can you give me some examples that I would be familiar with?
um, okay, well, what's a good comedy that you're familiar with? Revenge of the Nerds.
Well, I'm not familiar with that one either. Maybe the problem is that I don't really watch a lot of comedy. Huh.
That could be it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could honestly be.
Okay, I just watched the College Humor special, the one about 90s comedies. But just to, Revenge of the Nerds involves pranks, and those pranks often involve sexual harassment or just straight up rape.
Fun stuff.
Yep.
Fun stuff.
I'm really glad that, yeah, I'm really glad we're on this podcast and not on a real podcast, or else we have to be less specific about this stuff.
Oh no, we're all getting canceled once you get big. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
At least my second fandom won't cancel me. It's fine, but
And that's only because I want to have sex with you, Alex. So
you're not wrong.
Okay, this is going in a very weird direction now.
yeah,
Data Live.
yeah, Dead Alive.
Data Live.
Okay, so let's
Well, I think that's a big thing.
can you give us like just a quick summary of each episode, like just one sentence summary?
Okay, so let's go episode by episode, and we'll go in order, turn by turn. Me, Eminem, you. First episode. Guy meets his little sister who wakes him up. Goes to school. Learns there's a spatial quake. Sometimes time-space just explodes for some reason. He goes to meet his sister. Meets a alien girl who looks like a human. He swings a sword around. He's like, "What's up?" Then he gets abducted by his sister. Told his job is to try to make aliens fall in love with him so they stop exploding. Eminem, your turn, episode 2.
Right. What was the episode 2 about? The episode 2 was the second part of episode 1. Essentially, he goes on a he attempts to seduce the girl that appeared, and is very bad at it initially. But we also get introduced to the best character in the series, who is Tobiichi Origami, who is the best girl, specifically because she is horny. incredibly horny, and that's funny. That's actually pretty funny in both the sub and the dub.
Yeah, she is
Um,
also a stalker, which is even
Oh yeah,
better.
she's the best girl, and I will die on this hill.
Yeah, yeah.
yes, she's definitely the only one whose scenes I unironically enjoy in the sub.
We are definitely going to do
But
a
yeah,
tier
the
list
guy
after
attempts
this.
to seduce the girl, is very bad at it, but manages to pull through anyway because she's just that badly written character. Um, that's what I remember from the second episode. I guess it ended in a school,
Oh,
didn't it?
reminder everyone: Origami is stalking him, and they officially start dating on episode 2.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
This is a story of serial cheating, I guess.
That's all
Uh,
I remember from episode 2. So,
the next arc is the bad arc. Do you want to handle that one?
Yeah. So basically, there is this lolly that's crying in the rain, and she has ice powers, which is really cool. She talks with a puppet, which I really like. And we also had a friend that I wanna make, I wanna talk about that had an anecdote that there was a cosplayer. The reason she talks with the puppet is because she has really low self-esteem. So there was a friend that we have that basically he was at a con. Uh, I think it was Comic Con, maybe I don't remember. Anyway, there was a cosplayer that was
Not
cosplaying.
specify her price.
Yeah, that was cosplaying this girl, and we joked that, and that girl wanted to have sex with him, and we joked that what she said was, "Hey, do you want to have a do you want to have a hand job and a blow job at the same time?"
okay. That's actually, okay. It's actually really funny, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. This is also a good place to mention the fact that the guy, the protagonist of the show, he can remove the power of the girls by kissing
Vaguely.
them.
Yeah.
So
So let's be
he has to
honest. They
seduce
give up
them.
on this entire conceit to take the next arc after this.
Yeah, he has to seduce them and kiss them to remove their spirit, quote unquote spirit alien powers, and and then they are turned into human beings devoid of any power, and they can be put into the home for spirits, which I guess is like a detention center for women who have been taken agency away from. The point is getting away from me. Okay, I get the point back. The point is that we are given the premise that this guy has to kiss the girls to take away their agency and make them into normal human beings, take their spirit powers away. We see that happen to one of the girls, and then immediately the second girl we're introduced to is a fucking lolly. So we already know where this is going, and it already is making me highly uncomfortable because the guy didn't show any particular like sexual interest to the little lolly. Like as far as he's concerned, she's just like a little sister kind of
And
girl
he needs to
that he
stop the
just
planet
kind
from
of,
exploding.
yeah, but he just kind of wants to help her because she has low self esteem and she
And the
thinks that
planet will
she's
explode if he
kind of
doesn't. Don't forget that detail.
okay. Yeah, sure, but okay. One thing about the guy, this guy seems to be actually completely unaware up to the point that you and I watched this, Alex, or
No.
completely ignorant of the fact that these spirits can obliterate large swathes of the world.
No, no, no,
So
no.
he focuses on
He
the
knows that.
people.
He knows about that. He knows.
He knows that, but he doesn't seem to care about that. Like whenever he actually gets to talk about one of these girls for just the briefest of moments, he completely immediately forgets about the fact that they can destroy large portions of Japan, and he's like, "Yeah, they're just good people. I want to help them." And to him, helping them means taking away all their powers. This is very weird and inconsistent, and it's very creepy and dark if you think about it for a second. And it's not helped by the fact that the second girl we're introduced to is a loli.
Yeah, that's all
So
true
the
in the
whole
sub,
taking away
but
their
in the
power
dub is
things,
much better.
they literally give up on that in the hot spring episode. They completely abandon that idea.
Yeah, no, no. It's
Sorry,
the dub is much better about this. Like it's I don't know how to explain it, but it's not there. It's just maybe maybe watching Real of a Healer just maybe about a person. That's also a possibility, but I saw no trouble in Data Life from this. It was just like a comedy bit, like a it is kind of creepy, but the main
I
ca-
wouldn't say
the
their
good thing
agency's
about
quite the same
this
way.
is just that
Their goals are about the same thing all the time. Their goals never really change. I guess they just stopped flying around vaguely.
yeah, and the thing about
And
this
now
is
their
that
goals are to try to monopolize this person's time all the time.
she doesn't really become a love interest. She just becomes like a friend, kind of. The lolly. It's not like there's an episode where the main character later on has to go on dates, and she
So,
specifically
we haven't gotten there yet. Be quiet. That's it. This later.
yeah, but like it's a minor spoiler. But yes, the
However,
good thing about
however,
this Dev's the main character is that he runs away from sex. Like
Oh, I can tell you from other content because I've gone through. I watched a bit of the Let's Plays to see what we're up against. I've also watched all the anime. They toned Origami down a lot for the anime, and their character direction in all the other media is basically her furiously trying to get him to have sex with her, and him running away.
okay, but one thing that still bugs me though is that by the premise as it is established, and I'm trying to. Here's the thing: that sub takes itself so seriously that I can't help but meet it at its own terms, right? I think that's only fair. I think that
Yeah,
if
no, I
this
think that's
story
I
is
think that's the
trying,
difference here. Is the sub and the dub communicate two very different levels of how seriously you're supposed to take the media.
that's the thing. But okay, let me finish. So the sub considers itself very serious. So I'm gonna consider it serious too, and I'm gonna overanalyze this shit out of it. So if I overanalyze it, then the premise as established is that he has to not only kiss the girls, just kissing the girls isn't enough, he has to also seduce her. So the
That's
girl
right.
has to have some
They
romantic
have to
feelings
be
for
in
him.
love with him.
Right. So the lolly girl, like, it's not that just she is a little sister to him. No. As with the premise as it was established, the little lolly definitely has romantic feelings for the guy, even if he doesn't for her. And then he kisses her and takes her powers away from her.
Wait,
So
I'm curious why you say he takes his power away, considering she basically blows up a town block the next episode.
yeah, that's okay. The taking the powers away thing is really inconsistent. Yes, but
Oh, I'll let you know. The
you know
further you
yeah.
get the show, by season 3, they have 100% given up on this, and they're, if anything, more powerful after. They just
okay, but
stopped
that's the
an
thing. That's
explosion.
the thing. You say that, and you told me that, and you told me that multiple times, and I can't help but feel like this is supposed to be some kind of a defense for the show, and I don't understand why that would be defense. Because like
It's not a
they
defense,
established the
Eminem.
premise.
Can I talk for a second? Okay, so it's not a defense, Eminem. It's just it's just that meanwhile, while you're analyzing all this stuff, I'm just laughing. Haha, funny girls. Like that's just it. Like
That's about the level of the dub. Like, haha, funny joke.
yeah, like here you are using your fourth brain, your fourth dimensional brain because of how seriously it's taking the series. But meanwhile, I'm just using my lizard brain when I'm watching the series. I'm just seeing like funny monkey, like it's like
I mean, I'm sorry, I can't fall back on my lizard brain on this
yeah.
because the anime constantly is trying to engage my actual brain on this.
Yeah,
So like, I don't think this is my fault. I think this is Data Life's
Oh, no,
fault.
no,
yeah.
no. Oh, I
Don't you
agree
think
with
it's
you. As
really
somebody's
funny?
watched both,
Don't you think it's
I
really
have
funny
to
when you
say,
meet?
as somebody's watched the sub and dub, you're both correct because I feel like I watched two different shows and how different the tone is just from the way they deliver lines. It
What
legitimately feels like I'm watching two different shows with two completely different intents.
wasn't it really funny when the girl ate a lot of food? I think it was really funny.
Yeah.
And wasn't it funny when that girl was a stalker? I think that was really funny.
That was also funny, yeah.
And don't you think it
Oh, we're
was really
still
funny?
canceled after this.
Yeah.
Are we
And
gonna get more cancels for this than we were for the Redo Hero podcast?
and
I
wasn't
hope we do. I
yeah.
hope.
Wasn't it really funny when the girl like talked with a puppet because she had low self-esteem? I think that was really funny.
No, none of that was funny. None of that was funny. Okay, look, I know that comedy is subjective. I know that it's not my place to tell somebody what is and isn't funny, but it just it just wasn't funny, like, at all. None of it. I guess Tabichi Origami is kind of funny with how horny she is. Okay, I will say that, but And everything else, not funny at all. I don't understand why this is supposed to be funny.
There's a moment later through origami, which I really like, which is when he's trying to scare her off, and she just continues to double down no matter what he says.
Yeah.
I think my favorite point is the first season is he's like, "Yeah, I'm a pimp," and she's like, "That's fine. I'll just kill all your other girls."
You know,
That's funny. That's
yeah.
funny. Tabiuchi is funny. That's
The
the one
her response to
tiny glimmer of hope in the dank madness that is.
kill all the other girls, then I'll be the only one.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way,
there can be only one.
Stalker's a wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a wizard stalker strike witch. Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
have
what
to
she
do
is.
By the way, this is a world where you can learn magic. And
Yeah,
no media will this ever be elaborated on. That normal people can just learn magic in this world.
Yeah, we have to talk about this. The most important thing that you have to take from this video is that wizards should stop using the ropes, stop being bitches, and start using the real clothes that they have to use. They have to use bikinis that also have metal wings, and stop using spells. By the way, you have to start using machine guns. Okay,
But
wizards.
You just use gun.
We're calling you
But I-
out,
I see other
all
people
wizards out there.
say,
Stop using
"Don't
spells.
even know if you're
Start
wrong."
using machine guns.
She always does a magical girl transformation to the bikini before she starts doing wizard stuff. I don't even know if you're wrong.
Yeah, but bear in mind the quote unquote wizard stuff is her shooting a big gun at aliens. So
Yeah.
Oh no, she actually does wizard things. Later. She's a
mean-
fucking wizard.
Yeah.
This almost never gets brought up. I like to remind you, she's a real wizard.
Yeah, okay, so overall, let's give our ratings for Data Life. Okay, so from Burrito of a Healer to from Burrito of a Healer to
Serial Experiment Lane.
no, from Burrito of a Healer to what's that good movie that everyone talks about? From Burrito of a Healer to Citizen Kane. How do you rank this, Eminem?
I ranked it.
How many girls how many Nook chans do you rank this? From Burrito of a Healer to Citizen Kane.
this is a very weird metric that you've constructed here. But I
I
want
ranked
to
562 girls out of a number I'm not going to specify.
And okay.
and I will rate it. I will rate it Sword Art Online out of Citizen Kane. It's bad. It's really really bad. And if you stop to think about it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But it's, and I don't know if this is a good point for it or if this is a bad point for Data Life, but it's not as offensive as Redo of a Healer. It's almost as offensive, but it's not quite there.
I can get behind that. Okay, so I'm going to give you all a game changer now because this is the new status. This is so you know Real of a Killer, but Citizen Kane now that's in the middle, but the best stuff is Dead Alive because this is an 11 out of 10 Nook chance. I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah, this is taking us in a new direction. You're
Yes.
right.
This is a new standard
brave
for
new world.
quality. And that's the end of the Podcast.